Hi everyone, so this is my final paper presentation. My exploratory question was, does the media portray blonde females to be dumb because it is factual or because it is a profitable stereotype? So obviously the stereotype that I chose was dumb blondes in the media. And then, so my abstract was, this paper explores the stereotype and portrayal of dumb blondes in the media and will make you question whether this character type is necessary or just a way of producing a more profitable media outlet. As you read, you will see facts that will be hard to ignore, showing that the media does in fact use women for profit despite portraying them in a negative light. And then for my mini literature review, according to an article written by Sherry Innes, it may be that American society has a deep-rooted fear of brilliant women, and that would be why blonde women are portrayed as dumb in the media. It's because we kind of fear them. And then the dumb blonde stereotype is a Western idea that blondes are attractive and likable, which in return means that they are stupid, according to Khalid Kuhana, which is just another writer of one of my articles. And then my last example is from Robert Frank. He suggests that your intelligence is not only measured by mental knowledge, but by the amount of education you've had. And he suggests that blondes who are attractive have it more easy because they get opportunities more natural, while other people need to go through schooling to create the same opportunities. Then my cultural discourse analysis, which is just an explanation of a couple of the theories. So cultural discourse analysis is just a way of looking at communication from a cultural standpoint. So according to Janelle Carbra, cultural discourse has therefore been used systematically to organize ways of understanding how culture is an integral part and a product of discourse systems. And then, of course, we have the 5 radiants of the cultural discourse analysis that are being, relating, acting, feeling, and dwelling. And then we also have the stereotype theory, which is a theory about why people stereotype and where the stereotypes come from. So an example is for the dumb blonde stereotype. It kind of started with Marilyn Monroe. She was the first actor to portray this kind of role, and then it just kind of blew up after that and became really popular. And then my methodology, I selected the stereotype because I think it's really common, especially in America. There's not many people that haven't heard of the dumb blonde stereotype, or like if you're blonde, been called, oh, dumb blonde, or like heard the joke. And then I checked the validity of my statements using the 4 scholarly articles, which are from the previous slide that I just explained. And then it kind of backed up my statements or my opinions. And then my description. So one character that's really prominent in dumb blonde stereotypes is Karen Smith from Mean Girls. So throughout this movie, Karen is portrayed as naive, pretty blonde high schooler that was constantly oblivious to everything going on. And then one example I gave is that when they introduce her in the original story, they say she's one of the dumbest girls you will ever meet. And then she doesn't understand what a first cousin is, and she kisses her own cousin. And then here's just a picture of her looking confused, which is her normal face, and she just has a constant confused look on her face because that's the way the media want her to be portrayed. Personhood analysis of stereotypes. So in the descriptive mode, these women would just be blonde women, what they are, women that are blonde. And then in the interpretive mode, they would be mindless or dumb blonde women. And then the different functions of this stereotype would be obviously profit. A couple of my scholarly articles said that men will be more willing to watch movies with attractive women, and most dumb women that play dumb blondes in the movies are very attractive. So another one would be entertainment. So the comedic aspect of dumb blondes, it's obviously funny that they're stupid in these movies. And then the last one is relatability, which is cut out. You can't see it. But people might relate to the dumb blonde. Maybe they know one, or they've experienced being called a dumb blonde themselves. And then critical analysis. Oh, we go back. So critical analysis. So The positive functions would be profit and comedy. The negative functions would be the way that young blonde girls may perceive themselves. So this comes from one of my scholarly articles that young women might have negative self-images of themselves after they see these characters that they look up to act dumb on the screen. And then that is also the same for my interpersonal connection. Like, these young girls might have negative self-images of themselves and not be able to have confidence because of it. And then my synthesis, it is important for celebrities that is to realize that young girls are watching them, and that it is important for them to act smart, independent, and see blonde women in the media. And then celebrity women such as Oprah Winfrey would be great role models for these girls because she's not really sexualized in the media. She was successful before, and so no one really had the opportunity to sexualize her in the media. So that's like someone who would be a great example or role model for these women. And then my conclusion is just based on the research throughout this project, it has become evident that the blonde stereotype is just for show or therefore profit. And the overall blonde stereotype is a dying stereotype, but it will be around for a really long time just because it started out with Marilyn Monroe like 80 years ago, long time ago, and it's going to keep on being portrayed in the media, but eventually characters and actors are not wanting to play these roles because they tend to stick for the longevity of your career. And then these are my works cited, and that's all. So thanks for watching.